So here was the one with the ICE SUV. Okay, this was earlier today. We're settling in. Now, I've got to go out and on a limb here and say something that guys, I wholeheartedly support civil disobedience. Okay, I always have. Now, I don't support like the beating up and attacking of civilians and physical violence. I don't support any of that shit. But I do support blockades, smashing windows, burning a building if you have to in order to make fucking a point, right? I do support throngs of people pushing cops and the riot gear out of the area. We've done that here in Portland a lot, okay? We have been known to in Portland, if the cops show up, we don't attack them and we don't do shit like that, but we will lock arms and have huge throngs of people just push the police out of neighborhoods, okay? We do that here because it's like there are neighborhoods, okay? We don't need them coming in here like what the cops do is they come in and they always escalate shit. They always try to make it into a riot. Okay, people are just peacefully protesting. They're having their say. And then the cops come in and they want to fucking get shit amped up. And here in Portland, we're like, fuck you. Like, just get out of our fucking neighborhood and go away. And we do that shit. Now, I realize down here, it's getting a little crazy because, like I said, the way ICE is treating it, these guys are ragtag. Okay, they're using like private vehicles. Like there's a lot that has been the way that ICE has operated with people that aren't even real agents and masked people showing up in private vehicles, just grabbing people. Like the way they've been going about this, they've been asking for a fucking 9-iron to the dome because they've been doing this in a shady, underhanded, unsafe, and frankly, completely disrespectful way, right? Yeah, no, you're right. There's a lot of people that are not trained agents that I don't know if they're paying bounties or what, but they are a bunch of fucking people that are just not operating above board here. And so, you know, these guys, of course, are coming into areas that are high populations of Hispanic people, hardworking people. They're not going after criminals, man. If you're sending ICE to the parking lot of Home Depot looking for guys that are trying to find work, like, fuck off. If you're going to people's immigration appointments when they're being legal, they're following the letter of the law, and they're being above board, and you are snaking them and detaining them and sending them off to camps, you're a fucking degenerate. Okay, you're a scoundrel at that point. You're being a fucking douche, right? I thought they were getting the criminals off the streets, not lying and sneaking and fucking cheating to grab hardworking people that aren't causing any fucking harm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know? I mean, they're being fucking dicks. But yeah, let's watch this one.
To help try and keep those people from the gate here. Okay, so here we are. We're in the middle of the street here. You can see one person.
So we got this guy who is like trying to slow down the SUV, man. This is like Tiananmen Square right here, all right?
Trying to stand right in front of this SUV here, but he's going to, it's just such a dangerous situation here. And it's really not going to do him any good to be standing there and possibly get ran over by agents. So here they are. They're on 9th Street now. The crowd is running alongside with these vehicles. And I'd pretty much guarantee that this SUV is not going to stop. Someone throwing.
Dude, he's speeding up.
All right, let me widen out here.
Dude.
Okay, so we saw some eggs being thrown at the vehicle. Now he is just, partly ran over by that SUV.
And then he fucking drives away, dude.
There goes. Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here. So it's just a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to prevent them from leaving, but now we have a whole other situation here.
Dude, see, like, what the fuck is that, right? You know what I'm saying? Dude, that's uncalled for. There's a protest. Fucking degenerates, okay? These guys, dude, they want to cause harm. The people in their little SUVs, they want to cause harm. Dude, that shit is fucking outrageous, man. It's true, dude. Bootlickers, riot pigs, let's go. Yeah, dude. All right, let's go and look. Oh, look at that, dude. See, that's a thing of beauty, okay? Right here. Dude, this is a thing of beauty. You know what I'm saying? So long as nobody got hurt. I realize sometimes you do have to burn a vehicle or a building, and you got to make a little bit of a statement, right? I mean, it's just part of the process, okay? I think it's healthy to have like civil disobedience, because at some point, right? At some point, you do have to let the fascists know that, you know, we're not going to go quietly. You know what's crazy about it, though, is think about this, guys. Think about all the money they're spending today with all these cops, all these ICE, all these whatever National Guardsmen. Think about the money that they're willing to spend to create a paramilitary disturbance with their own citizens. Okay? They will just endlessly shell out cash. But if people need health care, if people need education, if people need any type of benefit to help them, they're like, we don't have any money. But if they want to send 20,000 cops on overtime out there to stand around and fucking jerk it, all of a sudden they got the money. They got the money to pay these clowns overtime to stand by a fence with a bunch of fucking paramilitary gear on there looking menacing. But they don't have the money to spend to make any of these people's lives better, right? And that's what I get tired of in the sort of the fascist state of America that we live in. Because this has been a drum they've been beating my whole life, okay? Where they'll put $1 billion in the fucking LAPD, but they won't give the people health care. They won't put all that money into the educational system, right? But I'll be goddamned if they won't have brand new riot gear for these pieces of shit to wear, you know, while they're collecting overtime on the city's dime. You know what I'm saying? Box of donuts and some fucking overtime, and all of a sudden they got all the money in the world. And dude, that shit bothers me. You know what I'm saying? It does. It fucking bothers me. But I do love to see this. I do love to see some civil disobedience. I do. I love to see it, man. Dude, oh, look at this. We got the CHP breaking out their riot gear. Dude, it's the fucking highway patrol. Dude, these guys don't need riot gear. Fucking clown world we live in. Dude, so much money gets wasted on these jagoffs. Dude, so much money gets wasted on these clowns. Dude, I have to admit, though, guys, I have to admit, for my own personal thing, I fucking hate cops. Okay? I do. I fucking hate cops. I've hated them for a long time. Okay? I've lived in a small town, 3,000 people. I've gone toe-to-toe with Portland police and the LAPD. I've had interactions with cops in New York City and various cities around the country. Okay? I hate cops. Okay? I hate the institution of policing. And I'll tell you why. Okay? Because there's a number of problems with it. Number one is most of the people who are police are terribly unhealthy. Okay? They don't have any good mental health programs for police. They usually attract the type of people who don't want to care for their mental health. So the entire institution harbors damaged, traumatized people that are often violent, high rates of alcoholism, high rates of domestic abuse, high rates of violent acting out. And they allow those people to live in an environment where they have a whole bunch of power and they never get treated for their mental health issues. And it creates a mentality and a type of aggression and a type of being that they're just unsafe to be around. Okay? In general, most police, they're unsafe to be around. And no, it's not a small percentage. This is not a small number of people. Okay? It is like the percentage of cops that have alcohol issues and domestic violence issues is like crazy. Dude, it's like 20 times the normal rate. Okay? They are like, police are profoundly unhealthy and they're dangerous to be around. The other problem is the supposed good cops never out the bad ones. Okay? They protect each other. The system is fucked up. It's filled with harmful people that cover each other's asses, that often lie and cheat and fudge reporting to protect themselves, and they get away with shit. So it's terrifically unhealthy and unstable, and they're just dangerous to be around. Okay? Now, in addition to that, they don't care about us. They don't protect us. They protect power. Okay? They protect power. They protect property. They protect capitalists. Okay? And they don't protect us. In fact, they often escalate, abuse, will yell at you and scream at you and read you the riot act and demand that you like be still or whatever, right? They're just constantly like, lording their power over people. So that's my thing is I just don't like them because I don't like the institution itself. It's harmful and it's unhealthy and it harbors really negative, abusive behavior. The entire system does. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.